All right, welcome back to another match in the Murktide League. We are in round 4. We have so far played against Merfolk, won 2-0, went 1-2 against Burn, and then went 2-1 against Asmo Reanimator. Weird list. I'm sure it's a list actually played by people. I've never seen it, but I mean, if it's working for that person, good for them. But yeah, let's see if we can get a winning record in the league for once. All right, as I clean my glasses, I do see that I am blind as a bat, and also that I have won the die roll. So I'd love to play first. Yes, thank you. Um, boy, in terms of action, this hand has at least the turn 1 preordain. Part of me really wants to keep it and just try it and see what happens, but so we're gonna do it. Screw it. You know, we're here to test. This isn't like NRCQ that I take super seriously. This is just, a modern league that I don't ever win. So eventually something's got to change. All right. So let's just start with an island preordain. Bird Lawyer Iteration. I do like both of these cards. We'll draw the Bird Lawyer. And pass. So Misty into what? Nothing. Interesting. Another preordain, huh? All right, so let's pretend that we don't have anything other than this preordain. All right, so they are likely going to spell pierce this, is my guess. Yep. So did they reveal a companion? They did not. So potentially Murktide? No, I will not pay for this, but thank you. No, I will not pay for this, but thank you. All right, so we're going to shock in our Steam events now and play our third preordain of the match. I want kind of do want both of these. And we'll pass. So mirror match, I'm guessing, just based off of this, but we'll see. I mean, this could be Grixis Death Shadow. DRC. Bobble, sure. All right, so they're going to at least 3 card types. They could potentially have... Nope, they're leaving it on top. All right, draw your card. All right, so we go Spire Bluff, Ledger Shredder. Actually, is Ledger Shredder good here? Because they could just bolt it. They have this untapped mana. I think we're just going to cast the Ragavan and pass. See what they got in hand. Bolt, Heat, which one? Yep. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to use the Shredder there. So they're going to have a 3/3 DRC. All right, getting your 3 damage. Potentially Murktide coming here. Shredder. Yep, we'll just counter the Shredder. And they play a Steam Vents. All right. Misty. All right, so we're just going to hold this until... I'm not blocking here. You can do whatever you want. So likely this Odawara is going if they double spell this turn. Preordain, sure. That's fine. Binning a Preordain. Yeah, I don't want to fetch end of turn there. Another Shredder, okay. I will fetch now. Get another island. All right, let's see what they got. Let's see if they have anything here. I am protecting the Shredders in this spot. Anything? No. Okay. So they're playing around my Shredders by not going bonkers by casting a bunch of stuff. All right, their clock is better than mine. I do need a bolt or an unholy heat or something. Iteration. We do have 2 mana left over. I think it's just fine to let them iterate here, unfortunately. I wish I didn't let them iterate here, but like, 2 mana could be a counterspell, could be a Murktide, could be anything. So like, it's one of the few card advantage spells I will like normally counter. But like in this spot, with this 2 mana open, I can't. I just can't. Steam Vents, probably entering tapped. So do I channel this Odawara onto this Dragon Racer's Channeler? No, I just want to do it onto a Murktide, I guess. This sucks. Combat. I can probably take one more hit from this DRC. I don't think they've gotten to bolts. So they have 4 cards in hand. Mm-hmm. I think I'm good just countering this Shredder. And then if a Murktide comes down... All right, this iteration has to hit something, or it can't be countered, and I just lose. Yep. They just got their DRC and lived with it, so that does suck. All right, so looking to my sideboard guide. All right, so you want 1 Cast in the Fire, 1 Flusterstorm, 1 Spell Snare, 1 Hearse, and 1 Scolding. And we want to remove our DRCs and Force of Negation. Obviously, their DRC was like a really good card in the matchup, but like it was also because I just didn't draw, 7 removal spells for it, which sucks, but it's what it is. And also, I never found my own Murktide. But I guess that's what I get for putting that iteration to the bottom. I don't know. All right, yes, I'd love to play first. And maybe our opening hand was just super weak too. Do I leave this? Do I play this untapped? Yes. I wish there was a fetch land. Like a fetch land would be so killer. Yeah, I want that preordain. So the safe play is to play the preordain and cast Ragavan. They didn't counter, so I'm assuming they have something for creature removal. So I think it's just play the preordain. Shredder's interesting here, but I also don't have a third land. I have nothing to protect it with, so I think it just has to go bottom. This goes on top. Play another preordain. Get all of our cantrips out of the way. I am good putting one land on top, one land on bottom. We don't have to iteration now. We can iteration later. Sure. All right, so continuing to hold up that 1 mana removal spell. Yeah, and we'll just pass. I don't know. We're in a weird spot where I just need another Unholy Heat. I just need a bolt spell. Like, a bolt spell would be so killer here. Sure. All right, if they iteration here, they don't. Which tells me... they have Counterspell. I'm gonna play this tapped. I should have played this Consider. If they bolt, it's fine. 8 cards in hand. What is happening? I want to cast something. Okay, so they discard a Murktide. What is happening here? Cast into the fire, so we're gonna... Alright, so I'm gonna offer this Ragavan for DRC trade. Sure. Alright, so I think we don't move in this spot. We just kind of make them make plays, and then we make plays around their plays. Shredder, we counter that. Consider you can go into the grave. Of course. Land trough, let's go. Alright, so we have 1, 2. We have enough to do that. Of course, we keep just drawing lands. I think it was a bad play. I think I should have iteration first, then Murktide, then play a land from something, but if they have the Otawara, good for them. Alright, so hand. Yeah, it has to be this. Bottom exile, and then the Ragavan's just worthless in this spot of the matchup. Sure, it's a bobble. Sure. Now, if they have an Otawara, I just have a 4/4 Murktide. All right, so I have my own Otawara to bounce this with. They just made a 3/3. I guess they had to. What a weird spot in the matchup. I'm going to assume they have nothing here. All right, so all my fetches are worthless now. They get a card draw. Hearse. Hearse isn't bad. Go Island. Hearse. And then I don't feel like bouncing this. I don't think bouncing this does anything, so we're just going to go to combat. If they chump, they chump. Is this worth it to get him 1 additional damage? The clock doesn't change, so I think the answer is no. I guess damage already happened. Yeah, all that does is it doesn't actually change the clock. So finally gets a 3rd land. All right, what 2-mana spell are you going to play? Please play a 2-mana spell at some point. All right, deal 3 to me, that's fine. They're just not moving, my god. All right, Stern Scolding. So we can actually just counter a Ledger Shredder with this, and then counter an iteration with this. And that's the exact scenario we're using. So we're going to hit okay, we're going to go to combat, we're going to take him to 2, or to 3, I guess. A bolt would be great here, but I just don't think that's ever happening. All right, we just hold. Just keep waiting. So this counters a Shredder, this counters an EI. Four lands. They shocked it in. Why can't you be like fire, fire? All right, so we're in end step. So 4 mana is exactly Otawara, and they're not they're baiting. They're not baiting. I don't know what they're doing. Like they don't have. I don't think they have Otawara because Murktide didn't attack. I have 3 card types. Oh yeah, let's not do that then. So yeah, I'm just wanting to offer the chump for them. I feel like I just have a million things that I can do right now, so they just have nothing? What have they drawn? So there's no Odawara. Bolting that. They're gonna double bolt my Murktide? From a single graveyard. Okay. 2 damage. Right? That's 2 damage? So if I tap this Unlicensed Hearse, I actually... I think this works the way I want it to. Yes, it does. So this adds an additional +1/+1 counter. So now it has 9 health on it instead, and it has 6 damage on it. Now 8 damage. So this requires a 3rd removal spell. Hooray! Big brain play. Let's go. So I think Unholy Heat there was probably fine. Actually, no, it wasn't fine because it doesn't kill the Murktide. It doesn't do anything. 4 mana for Murktide Regent. Sure. All right, so in their end step, we're going to use Odawara to bounce. All right, cool. All right, so we're just going to submit with that. That went well. I don't know what their hand even conceivably could have been. I guess it was just a bunch of Murktides with nothing to play them with, like no instants or sorceries to just get them onto the battlefield. I don't know. It was just a weird game. All right, no lands in this hand, so this unfortunately has to be a mulligan. I think this is a keep. We put back a Steam Vents and we roll with it. We obviously have a turn 1 response to something they do. Like, if they play a creature, we just heat it. You used to have DRC in every game, huh? So you upkeep. So you crack it now. That's fine. Counterspell. Very reactive hand. I don't think I can hold this bauble at all. Another DRC, man. All right, sure. So we're both going to draw a card off this. I get another bauble. They get a DRC, and then something else. So here comes another DRC from them. And I think they knew about it, too, because they surveilled. And so they have 3 card types. All right, we're gonna cast the bauble. Look at our top card, and then it'll tell us what we want to do. Spire Bluff. So we are fetching away. We are gonna get an island here. Pass the turn. Not great. Not a great start to this game, honestly. A Murktide's not bad, but it's only a 4/4 at this current spot. I don't have enough mana to protect it. Three DRCs, huh? Consider doesn't do anything. All right, they have 2 3/3s. Fantastic. That's what I love to see. Is no removal spells from me. But they get all their stuff. That's exactly what I like seeing. All right, so I'm like very dead soon. Maybe I should have counted this DRC. Yeah, I should have counted that DRC. Because now I'm just in trouble. Now I just don't do anything. And I lose 6 here, I go to 7. They could triple bolt because that's their luck. EI. I'm going to spell pierce your EI. In this spot, I have to. I can't let them get more stuff. Preordain, huh? Another Murktide. That's not good because they have Delirium, and my Murktide just dies to an Unholy Heat. And they've seen 16 cards. They have 2 cards in hand. They likely have a counter spell. But I have to trot it out. Like, I have to do this. Like, I need to put up some sort of board. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. The more I think about it, the more I should have just counted this DRC. That was the mistake of the game. That's probably going to cost me. All right, so they have this. I have to block. If I countered this one, I wouldn't have to block at all because I'd still be at 7. They can bolt or heat now. 2 mana. 2 mana. And Murktide? Spell Pierce. Yeah. It's the only thing I could do. No, I will not pay the. No, I will not pay. Yeah, that was the only thing I could have done in that spot. And they have a 6/6, and I don't have any way of removing it. You're a turn late. God damn it. Yeah, just a turn late on that subtlety. All right, so we are gonna. Yeah. Yeah, they got it. I mean, I could attempt to play it out, but like I'm just so far behind because of not countering that second DRC. And of course, like when we look at everything else, like when we look at this, I think I only drew like 2 unholy heats all match, and against like DRCs, which is like absolutely insane. Like having the DRCs in their opening hand, and then me getting 0 unholy heats, or not 0, but like functionally 0 unholy heats, and then not countering the second DRC. It was a combination of bad draws plus like fucking one bad decision ruins the game. But like, yeah, I don't know. And also I saw 0 cantrips that game too. Game 3, but that game also. So I don't know. I feel like that was a lot of bad variance in game 3, but also a bad decision to not counter the DRC, because then I get a 6/6 Murktide instead of a 5/5 Murktide. I don't think it really matters because they can still unholy heat my Murktide at any point in time, and I don't have a subtlety to do anything for their Murktide. So yeah, I just think it was all around bad luck. But that happens. So I will be back tomorrow for the final match of the Murktide League. So until then, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, go watch Bill's videos, and see you tomorrow.